Well, hello everybody. We are back for our Tuesday Trike Ride, and we're trying to do this with the new setup again. So I have a second camera right here, pointed towards the back, and I am in a connection hole, so I actually do not see the control stream. I am pretty confident that we are live as we speak, and I guess time will tell. So guys, welcome. It's a slightly overcast evening here on the island. And we are on little Carry Lane here, hidden just off Margaret Street. And actually we are right across the cemetery. Let's see if we can still get in. Hi! Is it still open on the other?
No, I locked that already.
Oh, the other side is, so if I get in I can't get out.
You're stuck.
Okay, that's not a good idea. Okay, thank you. So guys, we are not getting into the cemetery for obvious reasons. I do not want to get stuck in there with you. So, not that I wouldn't mind getting stuck with you, that's not the problem.
If you want to go in there,
It's just...
if you want to go in there quickly, you can. I mean, technically you're not supposed to lock it for 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes? Oh, that's okay. I'll just do the outside tour. That's fine. Thank you. So I see Susan saying that she got booted out. Well, everything seems to be up and running on my end, so I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe somebody can text her and tell her to like get out of YouTube and log back in. Even my control stream is somewhat working. So I think we are live from Key West. I don't know what Susan is doing. And we do have 5 more minutes to get into the cemetery, but we have been told that they already locked the other side. So my idea was to kind of just, you know, cut through the cemetery and explore some of the streets on the other side. And well, since we can't really cut through the cemetery and I don't want to get stuck in there, we are taking the scenic route outside around the cemetery. So we have a mix of blue sky and clouds today. Hopefully that's gonna make for some sunset colors later as we head over to the Truman Waterfront. And let me see. So yes, the switching. No, the switching does not work. It does. Okay, let me know how the sound is today, because I changed the setup slightly, and you're not attached to metal today. You do have a little view of the trike basket though. Let me see if this is any better. If I turn it a little, how is that? I think that should be better. You do have a lot of cables there, so I'm trying to keep them out of the camera shot. we are. And there is this super cute hidden lane here, which is called Catholic Lane. Of course, we are across from the cemetery, so this is definitely a very quiet one. I have this little thing in my cup holder so that I can actually put you down in there in case I need to. So I put like some kind of a sponge in there. It's just really like taking up the space and it doesn't really work. I'll just hold you in my hand and I can still drop you in the cup holder if I need to. I do have a drink with me, but I put it in the basket in the back because otherwise it's gonna be noisy. Rattling around. I know the trike still makes some noise, but that's part of the charm. That's what metal sounds like in Key West after a while. So in case you were wondering, this little street here, this little lane is actually a one-way. And it's Angela Street here, and then it doesn't go all the way through, and then you will actually recognize Angela Street as being one of the streets just off Duval Street, cutting through from Duval Street to Whitehead, etc. But it doesn't go all the way through, so you have two parts of Angela Street, which is kind of interesting when you're looking for an address. Just make sure which block you're looking for, otherwise it's not going to be a direct trip. I'm getting sidetracked here by all my cables. So with those two cameras, I actually have a switch right here. So this is like the budget option of an actual video switcher, which would be too big to attach to the trike to begin with. So trying this. It's a different one from last week. I think it switches a little smoother. Anyways, just for the technical details. So now we would be on the east side of the cemetery. Hey guys. Thank you, Frederick, for supporting our channel. Corner of Francis and Olivia Street, and yes, I'm not kidding you, there is a Christmas decoration up there. And so we're on the southeast corner now of the cemetery, and we are going to turn onto Olivia here. Looks like somebody still has their Christmas decorations up. Well, it looks like it somehow landed there and nobody ever bothered to remove it. Beautiful light here this time of the day. I love the colors. Look how those vines are growing up the palm tree. So we are crossing White Street here. However, this is the block of White Street, the whole part of White Street that isn't too busy. So White Street is one of the bigger streets here. And it kind of is pretty busy all the way from the south side of the island to Truman Avenue. And then you have this block here, which is much quieter. Yay, Halloween is coming! Cool. Our first Halloween decoration, guys. Oh. Poor guy. Do you have a cone? The cone of shame? Yes. Poor doggy. Thank you so much, June, for the super chat. On Angela Street again. Back at the cemetery. So our back microphone definitely has louder sound than this one. Or maybe it's also just because of all the surrounding noise and the squeaky trike. And guys, here is a lane we haven't been to yet called Robert's Lane. I wonder if it's related to Robert the Doll. Let's see. Porch. Like so many lanes on the island, it's a dead end. So they're really quiet. I mean, you barely fit a car through here to begin with. That house over here does look a little similar to the artist's house and Robert's original house. It's not the original artist's house. And Robert the Doll's house is on Eaton Street. It just has a similar architecture with that little side tower thing going on here. It's just a nice coincidence that you have Robert's Lane right across from it. Look up the legend of Robert the Doll, in case you're not familiar with it. Here we have a cute little restaurant off the beaten path called Café Soleil. On the corner of Francis Street and Southard. We're actually on Southard Street now. And as always, we are headed over to the Truman Waterfront in just a little bit to see if we can catch a little bit of a sunset tonight. Out in the quiet Truman Waterfront Park, as opposed to Mallory Square. Of course, those sunsets are a little bit more, let me put this, a little bit more definitely not laid back. They are way more they are definitely busier, they are louder, you have artists performing, and you will see, in case you haven't been with us, the Truman Waterfront is just basically big open space by the water where you can go for a walk. You have locals on bikes, you have people fishing, you have people walking their dogs. So it's a very different atmosphere than Mallory Square. Very laid back. So two totally different sides of the island, which is what I really like about it. And that's why we do the Backstreet bike rides like today on Tuesdays, and we do the Mallory Square Sunset Celebration on Fridays, as to ring in the weekend. And sorry, I got sidetracked here. I turned onto Grinnell Street because there are these little lanes over here that we can check out real quick. Because as you know, the island is full of little hidden lanes, and like today, sometimes you might just discover another one. And here we have two that are right across from each other, and I think we have been here before. Let's start with Lowe's Lane first here. So not all the lanes by definition are dead ends, but a lot of them are, let me put it this way. And this one has a beautiful Royal Poinciana at the end, with some blooms on it. It's not the main season for the Royal Poinciana blooms. As you know, the Royal Poincianas are the official tree of Key West. Back to the front camera in case it gets a little bit confusing, because you know, in those little lanes you kind of They're not very long. Kind of looks very similar if you're going in or going out. Anyways, guys, it's time for us to head over to the Truman Waterfront. So we're gonna go all the way down on Southern. I have mentioned Five Brothers to you before. One of the best Cuban sandwiches on the island. Welcome everybody who just joined. Here we have Little Love Lane. That's probably the one with my favorite name, my favorite little lane, Love Lane. We're not going down there tonight. We're gonna save this for another stream. We have been down there quite a bit actually. But I want to make sure we're not missing the sunset again, because that's what happened last week. We kind of got sidetracked and then we ended up missing the sunset at the Truman Waterfront. So we'll try to make it on time today. Sorry, Little Love Lane, we will be back. Because the sunset is moving forward like crazy fast. Today it's 7:31, the official sunset time. I swear it kind of moved by 20 minutes, 25 minutes in like 10 days. And soon we'll be starting our Backstreet bike rides at 7:30, I think. Sorry, 6:30. In order to just catch up and have enough time to ride around the island. And same for our sunset walks on Fridays, our TGIF streams, our Mallory Square sunset celebration streams on Friday. If you want to see more sunsets, make sure you join us on Fridays as we check out the famous sunset celebration here on Mallory Square. Today is more about, you know, quieter parts of the island, the lesser known parts of the island, and just soaking up the atmosphere. Crossing Duval Street here, we're coming down Southard. Here we have Duval Street. So over here we have Fritta's Cuban Burger Cafe, closed until October. It is low season on the island and a lot of the places are closing down if they take any time off during the year. This is it. September is the month. It's also the month of the construction. So this year they repaving parts of Whitehead Street. Last year they initially did Simonton, and then when the whole island shut down due to COVID and our hospital having to catch up and getting enough nurses and ventilators in, we closed down the island. And during that time, very quickly, the city of Key West decided to repave Duval Street because that was probably the best time, because there was just nobody here. So August, September is construction month here in Key West, and we're crossing Whitehead in just a minute. The repaving hasn't been going on up till Southern Street here, so you're probably not going to see it much. And of course right now they're not working, but you see. So during the day, all these parts here are closed down. So here at the very end of Southern Street is the Truman Annex, the main entrance of the Truman Annex, and pretty much the only entrance if you're coming by car or by bike. If you walk, there are other ways to get in, but by car this is definitely the only way. Right here, so at the very end of Southern Street. And thank you so much, NEB, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. I might have to look into that switcher again, because I do realize this one also still has that kind of delay where you have the image just like a motionless picture on the screen for a couple of seconds. So we always reinvest into the channel. So thank you very much. Here we are at the Truman Waterfront, and while we might not see the actual sunset, we definitely have some pretty spectacular colors going on here, at least a play of light and dark. Yes, we fit. So welcome to the Truman Waterfront, the old submarine base here in Key West. So it's actually closed on 3 sides. It's open on that end. That is quite a big dark cloud we have here. But over here it's pretty. And thank you so much, Streaming the Magic. So guys, we're 1 minute away from the official sunset time. Correct, Frederick. If I had a really good giant zoom lens, you would see the white dome there as they were lowering the flag just now. So the sun has officially set here in Key West. Now it's time for the afterglow. Hey! Time for the afterglow spectacular. And that is quite an interesting ship over there. guys. I normally don't get to read the comments while I'm riding, but now that we're going very slow and laid back and there is nobody around, I don't have to watch out for traffic and anything. So I actually see your question, Angel. So you're asking where we are. We are at the Truman Waterfront, which is a large open space and park right by the water where you can come and watch the sunset here in Key West. Because everybody knows Mallory Square and the famous sunset celebration. It's very crowded, and you know, and it's really like downtown. It's so crowded you can't go there by bike. And so a lot of locals come here to this spot called the Truman Annex and the Truman Waterfront. And we also have like farmers markets here and certain events, because there is so much open space, especially now, you know, with everything going on. It's nice to have some space. So on Thursdays they have a big farmers market here, which is really cool, which right now they, you know, a lot of the vendors are not here. As I said earlier, it's low season. So once it gets busier again, that's going to be one of the things I want to cover in our new Thursday streams, which are the discovery and exploring the island and the activities and places to eat and places to stay. So we did the lighthouse last Thursday, and I'm not going to tell you up front what we're going to do this Thursday, so I leave that as a surprise. But we will be back this Thursday, 4 p.m.-ish. Keep an eye out for the actual streaming time. Or subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button, and that way you will be notified when I set up the stream, so you know the final streaming time. But it's going to be roughly 4 p.m. The reason for it being is that a lot of the attractions close around 5 or 6. So if we want to visit something, you know, like we did the lighthouse last week. So if we do that, we kind of have to stick to their time frame. So I know a lot of our other streams are more in the evening, but that one is a little bit earlier. But of course you can watch the rerun. So just so you know that we have an additional stream category on Thursdays. But before that, of course, we'll be back tomorrow from Captain Tony's Saloon with one of our music streams, and Gabe playing, and you being able to put in your live song requests and hang out at the bar with us. Hey, thank you so much, Joe, for the super chat. On this laid back Tuesday night. And as much as I like, you know, the glowing red sunset kinds of sunsets, I really like the ones where they have all the contrast with the clouds. That looks really cool too. So dark clouds and some of the afterglow peeking through there. The sun set here about 8 minutes ago. So tomorrow we will be streaming from Captain Tony's Saloon at 6:30 p.m. Island time, which kind of means somewhere around that time. So tomorrow 6:30 from the bar. Thursday 4 p.m.-ish. For that one, I would have to look up exactly the time frame, but that's kind of roughly what I'm aiming for. And of course on Friday we have our TGIF Sunset Walk. Go and check out Mallory Square, and that one is going to start at 6:45, so that we have enough time to walk over to Mallory Square with the sunset moving earlier and earlier. So that's Friday. And of course we'll be back at the bar on Saturday, but much earlier, 2:30 in the afternoon. Little live music back on the porch on Sundays. So basically just subscribe. That's the easiest. Make sure you get the notifications, hit that notification button. And yes, more streams coming up. So we're kind of streaming pretty much every day from the island. copyright strike. I'm just gonna mute it out. YouTube does not like straight music being played out of a whatever laptop, boombox, whatever they're using. Well, I can detect that it's, you know, same for our, you know, sometimes we, woo, did I just see a lightning strike here? Yes. Same for our, you know, sometimes we, I just stream live when I drive up the mainland, and I just like to turn on the radio. Ah, lazy dog is back. So when I turn on the radio, and then of course those streams get taken down right away because, I mean right away after we stop streaming, because they have the copyrighted music on there. There are different rules for cover songs, in case you were curious how we do it at Captain Tony's. That's different, but also because every singer and every artist kind of plays it his or her way. And in that case, they don't block the stream, but all the revenues go to the copyright owners. Fair enough. So here's our favorite Tuesday evening dog. This guy always lays kind of right in the middle here, chilling. And here at the Truman Waterfront we also have our museum ship, the Ingham Coast Guard ship. One of, I think, the second oldest one in the entire country. It served in World War II. No, wait, am I mixing things up? Not World War II. This lady has been in Vietnam. I know that for sure. Trying to remember the exact, should think before I talk. Just trying to calculate the exact dates here. And so this Coast Guard ship can be, it's a museum ship, you can go and check it out. However, they currently closed for repairs. There was water coming into the ship, so there was like an emergency intervention in the middle of the day at some point. And ever since it has been closed. We'll go and check out the date again. So if you guys are planning a trip to Key West, then you know if you can, you know, add this to your to-do list. And what is really cool as well is that they have a happy hour celebration on the after deck on Saturday nights, and I think in high season, when things are really busy, on Fridays and Saturdays. But when it's quieter, I think it's only on Saturdays. They open an hour before sunset, so you have to check the exact sunset time. And at that point, they open the Ingham only for the sunset, for the happy hour. So here you go. Actually, yes, it did both. The Ingham was in World War II and in Vietnam, so both actually. And here you go. They are currently closed due to those last-minute repairs that came up, and they're reopening December 1st. So if you're planning to come in December, you should be fine. Happy hours should be back too. So they are preparing her for a dry dock repair. Because because I think actually some of the damage where the water came in, so that happened like I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it was below the waterline, and I actually think it was in the front part of the ship. I'm not sure you can see anything from outside here, but that's kind of where they were pumping out the water. Nope, can't see anything. And it looks totally immobile, totally still, but you can always tell that it's moving when you listen to the gangway here. So on some windy days it is moving way more than this. Today it kind of just squeaks. Hey, thank you so much, Hunka Hunka, for the super chat, and thank you, Guess It Up. Hope you're doing good. Hope that hand's doing better. So we still have some colors here on the horizon. Pretty still here tonight. Beautiful evening on the island. Current temperature, by the way, is 84 degrees, feels like 93. And it's actually going to go, I think it's supposed to drop into the 70s tonight. So we might sleep with the windows wide open. Gonna survive here. More glass. What's going on here? And thank you so much, Jean-Yves. Merci beaucoup. All the way from the mountains close to Lyon in France. Merci. I know it's late for you, Jean-Yves, or early actually. Depending on how you see it. I think 6 hours difference. So almost 2 a.m. Guys, I'm gonna leave you with this beautiful afterglow here. Hope you enjoyed today's bike ride. We'll be back tomorrow, 6:30, from Captain Tony's Saloon. Some music streams, our bar stream, where you can put in your own song requests, hang out with us in Key West, and then we'll be back on Thursday with our new exploring, discover the island, etc. I still have to find like a good name for those streams. Probably like something like the island discoveries or something, because I really want to cover like activities to do, you know, or maybe also include the lesser known ones, because obviously everybody knows the conch, the tram tour, the little train, which are, by the way, great ways to get around the island, especially the trolley, because you can get in and out. But we have a lot of you know, activities that are lesser known and that maybe people don't even really know about, like our wildlife center. I guess people know about the butterfly conservatory, but we'll see, you know, all these things that you can do in Key West. So I want to include that in the Thursday streams. So that's gonna be this coming Thursday at 4 p.m. Island time, and our Mallory Square sunset celebration on Friday evening. So stay tuned for more content from Key West. Have a great night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today. Stay safe. I see you. Bye. And you know what? That's perfect timing, because it starts to rain. The big cloud finally caught up with us. Doesn't look like it, but here come the raindrops. So I'm gonna get out of here. Take care, everybody. See ya. Bye.